A new report this week on the state of cybersecurity accuses the federal government of failing to take basic steps to protect data from hackers and thieves. The latest breach estimates 18 million people, and maybe even more, may have had their information stolen after a massive hack of the Federal Office of Personnel Management. The OPM is the government's human resource agency, which warehouses data not just on government employees, but people they know and even people who simply applied for government jobs. Data theft is at an all-time high. Last year alone, there was a new identity theft victim every 2 seconds. This is some scary stuff. Joining us this morning with some protection tips is Dustin from Device Pitstop, owned by Minnetonka-based NTY franchise company, new to you. I just learned. Thank you for joining us. This is critical right now. This happens every 2 seconds. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that study that you mentioned, there were actually
about the data breach?
Yes, about the data breach. There was 12.7 million Americans that were affected, and the study was from Javelin Strategy and Research, and they found that, like you said, every 2 seconds there's a new data breach. It was worth about $16 million, or billion, dollars worth of stolen funds from the U.S.
And the way we go through devices now, you know, what do we do with them? We want to donate them, we want to give them away, but we need to somehow be able to protect what might be left on there. We're not all tech experts like you are.
Absolutely, yeah. The study found that the most important thing you can do to protect yourself and your sensitive information is to secure your device. There's 3 main things you can do to secure your device. Number 1 is make sure that it's password protected. So we carry these things around with us every day. We have our bank information, our mortgage applications, our credit card payments and accounts and everything on them every single day. So you have to secure these devices. Number 1, putting a password on it is the first huge step.
And some people are reluctant to do that because they think, oh, it's going to take my time to put in the number code. But I will admit, I have gotten used to it, and I have a long code. And, you know, you just becomes part of your habit.
Absolutely. And some of the new devices have a technology where you can just use your thumbprint to unlock them. You can use your face recognition to unlock them.
Okay, so that's the first tip. What's the second tip?
The second tip is to make sure that you have all your security updates downloaded. There's constantly updates as they find new holes and breaches in the software. You need to make sure that you're downloading the most recent security updates. And this doesn't just apply to tablets and phones, but also laptop computers as well.
Good to know. Okay, and the third tip?
The third tip, like you mentioned, when you're ready to replace the device, when you're ready to recycle it or resell it at like a Device Pitstop store, for example, or you're looking to maybe give it to a friend, you need to make sure that it's properly erased. Computers and tablets are a little bit easier. Tablets and phones are a little bit easier. Computers are a little bit more involved. You may want to seek out professional assistance from like a Device Pitstop store, or if you have somebody that knows a lot about computers that can maybe help you with that. But tablets and phones are definitely a lot easier to do and should be done before you dispose of the device.
And you're going to show us now how fast and easy you can do that.
Absolutely.
What you're talking about.
Both the Android and the Apple operating systems have functions built into them to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this iPad here, and if we go into the settings application,
I think we're going to mirror it so that people can see it in the screen at home. There we go. All right.
Okay. So basically you're going to go into your settings application, and you're just going to go to your general tab right here. And at the very bottom, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a button that says reset. And there's several options in here. But the one you're going to want to do if you're going to be getting rid of this device is you're going to want to hit erase all content in settings.
Okay.
And I'm not actually going to do it because I'm sure your producers would be mad if I erase your iPad, but all you have to do is hit erase. Yeah, all you have to do is hit erase, and it will go through the process of erasing everything. One note, the Android and Apple systems are very similar. One note about the Android system, a lot of these devices and the Android phones and tablets have the capability to put an extra memory chip in those phones, and that factory data reset will not erase that memory chip. You need to make sure that you remove that memory chip or put it into a computer and erase it that way as well.
And doing it on the phone is just as fast. You have to go through those steps.
Yep, absolutely.
It's basically the same idea.
Absolutely. You're going to go into your settings application, and there's going to be one that says, factory data reset. You're just going to hit that button. It'll confirm that you want to proceed. You hit yes, and you're good to go.
And real quickly, you mentioned computers. Those are a little bit more involved, and laptops. So if someone does want to bring it to a place like Device Pitstop, how much does that cost? If they want to just have the sense of security before they give it away.
Absolutely. Typically what we'll do is, at Device Pitstop, people will bring their devices in to sell to us or to trade, and we take data security extremely seriously at Device Pitstop, and every device that we take in is securely erased. We follow the Department of Defense as well as the National Institute for Standards and Technologies protocols and standards for erasing devices. But if they want to just bring it in to donate it or recycle it, if we take it in, we're gonna do it as part of our process. We actually don't charge for that.
Got it. All right, Dustin, thank you. We appreciate your insight, trying to help us all stay safe out there with our techs. All right, we appreciate it. Hope you're gonna have a nice day today, because it's really nice, Cody.
Beautiful outside.
There you go. You heard it. Beautiful.
Well, my job here